Alright guys, and we're back with some Final Fantasy. Wow, that loaded so fast. Oh, wow, that was beautiful. You guys, I love this. Anyway, what we're gonna do now, we actually have two icons here. This one, problem solving, and this one over here. This one over here is going to progress us further into the storyline. So what we're going to do really quick is just move to this one. And then, yeah, we'll just keep going. So today, in my life, I actually had a pretty good day.
I didn't tell you this, but you've inspired some of our people to hit the training room, believe it or not.
Cool.
Well, I sure do hope we can count on your assistance in the future, Cloud.
Are you not going to tell me?
Can't thank you enough for everything you've done.
Okay. That's not what I expected at all. But anyway, so today, I actually had a job interview with American Fork Physical Therapy. Not sponsored. But guys, let me tell you, I am a great interviewee. I can stall the questioning as long as I need to come up with an answer. And my answers are pretty dang good. I won't say they're the best. Obviously, I could find a way to make a better answer. But, you know that episode...
What's going on? Somebody went and stole some blasting unit from a Shinra warehouse. So public security started asking questions, and you know how Johnny gets.
It's because of the reactor bombing, I bet. I could be wrong, but something tells me they're not gonna settle for just roughing him up this time.
We've got to save him, Cloud.
Is he Avalanche?
No. He doesn't really know what we do. But he has his suspicions. And he's a talker. Actually, you know what? Maybe I should go alone.
I'm coming.
Are you sure?
Yeah, buddy.
It's the least I can do. Lead on.
Thanks.
Anyway, so...
Come on.
You know the episode in The Office where Michael's like, sometimes I just start a sentence and I don't know where it's going. That's kind of what happens. Like, oh, dang it, I want to get that chest. I'll get it later. It's fine. I don't know where it's going, and then he just like keeps on talking. I definitely do a little bit better than that. I don't just like dilly-dally. I don't just be like, don't ever, under any circumstance, you know, I can come up with a really solid answer. Like, for example, one of the questions was, I floundered on this question a little bit, but one of the questions she had was, you know, when it comes to motivating a patient.
So why don't you tell me why your ID popped when we were going over the warehouse logs? Huh? You got it all wrong.
See, so right there, it's basically saying that we actually used his ID. Yeah, we used his ID to get through that checkpoint, and that's why Jesse wasn't worried.
I swear. All he had to do was keep his mouth shut.
Yep.
Anyway, you distract the officers.
Good, Cloud.
I'll figure something
You're a man
out.
of conversation. Anyway, so one of the questions that she had was, when it comes to motivating patients, sometimes they can say things like, well, that person over there has my same issue, but they're doing a lot better than me, even though we move, Tifa, dang! Even though we start at the same time, why is he doing better than me? And honestly, like, I didn't have a good idea of what I was gonna say, but you know, I started by leading off saying, well, you know, it's important to validate people's concerns. It's important to validate people's pains and trouble that they're going through. They really just let her walk up there and bop him right on the head. There we go.
Here we go. enough.
Dang it, I was too far away. Cool. I basically just continue to say, like, it's important to validate people's pains. It's important to validate, yes, it is kind of sucky that they are in a
What now?
farther along process than you are, despite having started at the same time. Like, that is very rough. But and then I don't know how I thought of it, but I was like, but then I just continue to say, but the end goal is still the same. It's identical. Your progress will most likely be identical. And even though you're not in the same process right now,
It's a big risk.
gosh, why do I look fat? I'm not fat, I
I know,
promise you
but
guys.
fine.
Even though, it's hard to say that you're not in the same process right now. At the very end, you're still going to be at 100%. Ideally. Obviously, this is a hypothetical situation, so I was allowed to go a little
You're
bit
scaring me.
outlandish, because obviously nobody is 100% back to where they used to be. Even my own situation when I
We
had
need
my
to go
surgeries,
before they wake up.
I've had my bicep reattached twice, and I've had my shoulders reattached twice, and it's hard for people. Um,
I'm worried about Johnny.
and
I'm more worried
I'm
about
definitely not
us.
100% back to where I
We
was.
gotta go, right?
Right.
I miss being at
What?
my peak. I miss being able to work out.
It's just
And I think I mentioned this in like
You've
a
really
previous
changed.
episode.
How?
I suppose it's
I miss working out like I used
your
to,
eyes.
and
They
it
used
sucks.
to be less-
It really does suck that I
It's the Mako.
peaked at
Soldier,
physical
remember?
performance at like what, 21 years old?
Right. Back to the bar.
How crappy is that? Like, nobody should peak at their performance at 21 years old. I mean, you look at somebody. Actually, I was gonna say Ronnie Coleman, but he's had like what, 13, 14 back surgeries, and now he can't walk around anymore. But
Hey man, check it out. This song's pretty sweet. You like it? You feel it?
this is terrible. I don't like it.
Suppose I could start looking for
Those disgusting vermin.
Oh wait, no, I don't want to go back up there. I want to go the other way. So, anyway, I did a really good job. I will toot my own horn there. I am really great at being interviewed. Where is that? There it is. Gosh, that music is terrible. I do a really good job at being interviewed. But anyway, why? That's stupid. Obviously, though, James doesn't know about my job interview.
And
And
here we are. You must be tired.
Same as you.
it's really
Could use a little
bad
something to
timing,
take the edge off,
but
right?
good timing.
How about a refreshing
Because,
cocktail
I
made by
mean,
yours
James
truly that you can sit
straight
back
up
and
told me
savor?
that I was the reason that the clinic was financially
Yeah,
bleeding.
I'm feeling it a bit too.
So that was awesome.
Hey, do you
Um,
think you'll stick around a little longer?
Maybe. Work for a minute.
I see. So what'll it be? Want to head back out for?
no. We've done everything. Yeah, so good timing because James told me I'm the reason the clinic is bleeding, and told me that paying me is a waste of money, and so I need to get out of that,
Now? Then the
and so I don't mind
police-
leaving there. The bad timing is that our receptionist just put in her 2 weeks yesterday, and
Looks like we're
one of our
officially on
main
for tomorrow night,
doctors
then.
is
I'll
leaving
go over the
in a
details with
week.
the others.
Before you do,
So that's 3 people leaving, and even though, I'm causing the clinic to bleed, replacing me still isn't gonna be the easiest. I mentioned in a previous episode too, like that's something that I miss
I'm really
in this
sorry,
game, is that
but it
you
shouldn't
don't
take
get
much
to see the
longer.
avalanche layer.
In the meantime,
and the avalanche layer is underneath that pinball machine.
What'll it be?
You. I say I've done both. I think it doesn't really change anything.
Something hard.
The only thing that this decision changes is the color of the drink. So when you say you're not in the mood, the drink ends up being red, and when you say something hard, it just ends up being yellow. That's literally the only difference.
Well, most people would say something sweet right about now.
I'm sure they would.
Ah, but you're a more discerning customer, aren't you? In which case...
Actually, I think this is the red drink. Yep.
Our house special.
The Cosmo
Canyon.
That's something that I'm really excited to see in part 2, is the Cosmo Canyon. Because in the original, not only is the music the best, but it just looks amazing, and when you go into the Cosmo Canyon's underground cavern to find Red 13's destiny, I don't want to spoil anything, but it's just one of the cooler parts of the game.
Hey, you see the news? The reactor bombing was the work of the eco-extremist group Avalanche. Public enemy #1. Gets your heart racing, doesn't it? They don't know our faces, so we're in the clear for now. But we'll want to capitalize on this momentum. Speaking of which, you coming on the next one?
You know, it's actually a little funny slash embarrassing, but since I played the original first, you get to know each member of Avalanche right at the very beginning, but because your characters just look like super glued squares, you can't really tell what they are as far as male, female. And so I didn't know that Jessie was female until seeing the remake trailer. Alright, we're gonna play some darts. And we're gonna get the high score because we're that good. Alright, throw. Yeah, buddy. Dang it. Still gonna get a high score. Dang it. Next round. Fight. What? Oh, come on. I know, this is riveting stuff. It's almost as fun as watching competitive bowling. Yeah. Dang. So I just needed to throw
Maybe just
some
a little
fewer. In my philosophy class today, we were talking about the concept of good, which is something that we've consistently been talking about throughout the semester. I mean, it is an ethics and values class, so we're going to be talking about the concept of good for a while. And one thing that I did not expect to talk about in class was Yoda and Santa Claus. Yoda, because of his super popular philosophical line, do or do not, there is no try.
I heard you're having second thoughts.
and it's
I know we have to think
really
big and
obvious.
forget any
Obviously,
difference.
you know, you're supposed to understand it right away,
I
because
just-
Luke is trying to lift the X-Wing
feel
out of the
trapped.
swamp.
If it feels wrong, don't do it.
And, you know, it is just do or do not. If you want the X-Wing out of the swamp, do it. If you don't do it. Regardless, I mean, if you do, and you still don't do it, you just
That's that
simply
then.
do not do it.
What?
There
Kick
is
you
no
out?
try, because you're not trying to not do it,
We agree
you're just
to
not doing it.
disagree.
And if
So-
you
You want another drink?
if you try to do it, you're doing.
Tifa! Celebrate. Break out all
And
the
then
good
it brings the
stuff.
question of,
Sure.
well, what if I don't want to try and do it? Well, then you're not doing it. It's not that you're not trying to not do it, it's that you're just simply not doing
Fine
it.
by me. That's how I like it. No contract, no obligation.
Um,
You'd say that. Here, the rest of your payment, along with a little extra for your exemplary
and then
service.
that brought on the topic of Santa Claus.
Gonna have
When
to ask you to leave now.
when the song
This is a
goes,
private affair.
he sees you when you're sleeping, he knows when you're awake. He knows if you've been bad or good, so be good for goodness
Sorry,
sake.
I tried.
And
We
we were
talked it
talking
over,
about the possibility
And we
and
didn't want to put so much on
and
you.
belief of an
This is our
afterlife.
fight.
Jesse,
And
what's the hold up?
Be right there. No hard feelings, huh?
It's fine.
and when it comes to
Let's talk more after I'm done here, okay?
Really. it's
living
fine.
as though as there is no afterlife, you kind of
later.
throw away reason.
Sorry
You
to
throw
keep
away
you thirsty
caution.
boys waiting.
If you live as though there is no afterlife, then you again get rid of reason. And so just the practice and what you're supposed to do is
Keep it tight.
live
What's up with them?
as though there is no afterlife,
Word is
Uh,
in this town.
and even though you believe in one, you want to make your purpose on this
Hey,
earth
brother. You from around the way?
I guess.
No big man with a big
A good
gun
one.
strapped to his right arm? Heard he set up shop somewhere in the neighborhood.
That depends.
Ah. Clever. Smell an opportunity to make some
Um,
swaps, do ya?
500.
and so,
Too
you know,
hot.
whether or not you do believe in an afterlife, you should just
Whatever,
perform
man.
good. You should
Let's find
just
somewhere quiet
do
to
good
talk.
for goodness
Walk with me.
sake. So, you know, the song goes, he sees you when you're sleeping, knows when you're awake. So be good for goodness sake.
Got something to say? You looking at
And obviously we are adults. Spoiler alert, Santa most likely isn't real.
I said move.
But it's the fact of being good for goodness sake.
Look at all these assholes.
So you need to
Shithole's got nothing
live
to
and
hold
act
on, alright?
good,
Don't overdo it.
regardless
Advise
of
buddy. Dust
Santa
yourself, my friend, here.
being real or not.
Sorry.
you know?
Unless you got some kind of
Maybe I'm not
diversion,
making any sense,
be my
but
guest.
I just thought it was a really cool concept, and obviously my teacher, my
After
professor,
you, brother.
um,
Don't worry. I ain't the bad
expressed
guy
it a lot better than I am currently, but it was still good. It was a good lesson. I enjoyed it.
You know where the bastard's hiding, don't you?
I told you before. That depends.
Oh yeah? You wasted my time.
Shinra's time, you mean?
Shinra knows better than to stick its nose in my boss's business.
Like I give a shit.
Oof. I love
Big man
just
with a big gun front.
getting through all of these
Why do you want it?
schmucks and then having them realize that they haven't had a single chance to lay a finger on me.
Here it comes.
Also, I don't think he would be able to kick me after having a what, 110-pound blade
Not my problem. Lesson 1.
smacking
Life
against
around
his
the
head.
corner. Get some
Yeah, right.
rest.
And back to my philosophy class, like, oh, I'm going the wrong way. As much as I love the conversation points and enjoy the conversation
Welcome home, honey.
topics,
Took your sweet time.
I have the hardest time staying awake in that class. And it didn't start out that way, but
Are you
I don't
gonna
know.
let me in so we can talk in private? Guess I'll get right to the point then.
That's a summon materia.
An apology for not getting you on the mission. Or not. What do you think it is?
A
Proposition.
Nailed it in one. Gonna have to ask you to keep all this
I
a
think
secret
that
from the others, though.
I think that summon
It's a personal
is
matter.
Ifrit.
Something I need to sort out tonight.
Tonight?
Tonight. You and me together. I want you to come with me to the Sector 7 plate.
The pizza
I'll
in the
give you
sky.
details on the way.
That's fine by me. But don't you have a pretty big day ahead of you?
So I think I'm just gonna do this next part
If I don't deal with this now,
and then
it's only
end
gonna
this
get
video.
harder.
I really hope you guys aren't getting
Anyway,
too bored
I
with
can
this.
count
I know
on
it's a
you,
little bit
can't I?
slow moving right now, but it'll speed up. But I mean, all of this is important. Yep, Ifrit. All of this exposition
We'll
and
be back
such
before morning,
is
in case you
necessary. I
You all
promise.
set? Awesome. Meet me at the station after dark. Don't be late.
Man, this 60 frames per second is so good.
It's just another job.
Neato.
Huh?
Tough break. They changed the times. Last train's already left. Which is why we borrowed these bikes. Need a lift to the plate?
How did you guess?
Easy.
Because-
You guys are weird. Like talking about one thing when you're obviously thinking about something else.
Yeah, and don't get me started
Because
on
I had
that.
pizza
Alright, I'll give you that.
yesterday
But how
for
did you
2
know I
meals.
wanted to head topside?
For
Was I
lunch
talking in my
and
sleep?
second
What else
lunch.
did I say?
No, we just.
And I'm
figured you
regretting
wanted to see your
it.
parents, that's all.
Every little bit of it.
Nailed it,
I
huh?
definitely should not have
Right on the head.
So, seeing as we don't
had
have any
pizza so
family of
much.
our
And
own,
then,
how about you let
as
us
a
be part of
midnight
yours
snack
for a
right
bit?
before I go to bed, I had mozzarella sticks, which is just more
Are your
cheese.
parents still around?
And oof.
No.
Yeah, Cloud's parents are dead. So I slept like a freaking rock because I had, you know, like 20 pounds of food in me. But, yeah, it was not good. I should not have done that. And then today I just had like the roughest go at it when trying to make myself food. I was just trying to make myself an egg sandwich with pastrami and some cheese. I got some Old Bay seasoning, and
Look, you saw the way the reactor
and
went out. It was
the
huge, right?
Because of all the Mako. Isn't that what you said?
the egg started cooking. I tried to season
That was
the egg,
wishful thinking.
and
Deep down,
as I
I
was,
know it
you know,
was my fault.
dumping the Old
I
Bay
used a
seasoning
more
on top of
powerful
it,
blasting agent than the directions
the
called
lid
for.
popped open
It had nothing to do with the
and
Mako.
just dumped right onto the egg. So I had to recook an egg. The egg turned out fine, but I wanted to toast, like I wanted to toast my bread, and so I, you know, put some butter on it, and then laid it face down on the pan. I was checking like every 10 seconds, just to make sure I didn't burn it. And then I guess I just took one 10-second increment too long, and it just charred it right away. I like the music in this part.
Alright, here comes the hard part.
And that is?
The fake IDs may have held up, but from this point on, if we get pinged by a scan,
They'll come for us.
yeah, what he said.
Oh man. Just like that?
No need to worry. We've got Cloud, remember? Hey, you do know how to drive, right?
Anyway, burn my bread twice,
Take my breath away, make my head spin with your amazing skill.
and
Don't blame me.
Wedge, get off of me, dude.
Right. We've got company.
Someone's having fun.
How can I not? Pursued by villains.
So,
Couple thrust together by
in order to make it so that
beyond street knife.
Jesse gives me praise, I need to not get hit more than, I think, twice.
My hero.
Dang, I was trying to go off that jump, but this is way more sensitive than I thought.
Straight to legal force?
What, so you just pull over if they ask nicely?
You got a point.
So don't go holding back now.
I love how these roads are just like forever and a day long as far as narrative goes.
I won't forget that. Wait, is it just me or did we slow down?
Just you.
No, we slowed down. It's okay, Cloud, you don't have to act so macho.
Think we've bitten off
I think I mentioned in like the first episode that Cloud is, or no, it was the second one, that Cloud is technically only like 21 years old.
We need backup.
That's frustrating to me because when I was 21, I guess, let's see, what did I do when I was 21? I just finished,
18's here.
We'll make the sound of that. We're on strike.
I had just finished working at a welding workshop,
We really are good at this.
and I think that's when I started doing appliance work.
Nice one.
Ah, dang it.
We have to save them.
Okay. I don't think I can't afford to get hit again.
Drones!
Did that just waste it?
I am gunning it. We're good. Nothing about this is good. You got me. Fair enough. All right then. Do your thing.
This is hard to navigate, and I hate how difficult this is. Of course, doing this part in the original sucked. Just because you couldn't really control your character.
Saying he's less than a few minutes out. Copy. You think it's him? Oh yeah. This quick. That kind of trouble.
Dodging those electric things is really hard. Gosh. No! Seriously? Dang it.
That's an ex-soldier for you. Next to him, we look like kids on trikes.
You're damn right.
You're part of that fleet too.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna get praised.
We made it! Woo! Topside!
Keep going till we hit the station?
No, head straight for the warehouse. Aww. The magical ride is almost at an end.
Why are you talking like we're not here?
Because
You're not.
Clearly we are.
Yeah, so many girls in this game have a crush on Cloud.
Not over yet. Cloud!
Alright, I'm not gonna try attacking these guys because they're actually gonna back off here in just a minute.
Hey, you okay?
You better hurry, Cloud.
Actually, no, I'm wrong. That's the next part.
Can't take it by ourselves. We should keep our distance to be safe, yeah?
Alright, I think it's this next part then. Yeah, these two. They back off pretty soon.
Break off before he soaks. Copy.
What's going on?
And now here we have a mini boss fight. This guy definitely wasn't in the original. I think this is a really good addition to the game. Just because, I don't know, he's a cool dude.
Well, hello!
Who's this?
Too quick for the eye. You cross him, you die. Now, mind if I cut in? Woo! Splendid! I've been looking for a new dance partner. Private party, huh? That's fine. I'll settle for a race then.
Trying to focus,
You talking to me?
as well as,
I most certainly am.
I don't know, try and make somewhat conversation.
Oh, so terribly sorry. Your words failed to reach my ears, sluggish and slow as they are.
What's this guy's deal?
The lady's curiosity has been piqued. My name is
So this guy's also kind of a tool.
It's
a little funny.
Speed demon.
Heard that, huh?
My ears are attuned to the feminine voice.
Ugh, this guy is the worst.
Yes, yes, this is the contest I've been waiting for. Let's say we shifted into high gear. Really? Embrace your emotions. Bare your heart to the world. Out of fire.
What is he up to now?
Same shit.
Not bad. You have promise and an abiding affection for your mount. But what cannot simply ride one bike?
He is like way too into his motorcycle too. I mean, like, I like mine. Maybe if mine could perform like his, then I would be a little bit more.
Become one with the machine. Like this.
Ooh, whoop. Dang it! Can't really even like predict where it's gonna be.
My heart beats faster by the second. Two. Really?
Gosh.
gift you've given to me.
Why can't you just brake fast enough? Come on. This is so difficult to navigate. Move, move! Ugh. So difficult to navigate.
Take care of your bike.
Ah, crap. That's not doing anything. Oh. Dang it! You know what? Jesse, how about you do this? There we go. My goodness. Gosh, we're 36 minutes in. I'm sorry, guys.
Don't be absurd. As if I could ever grow tired of your company. Naughty, naughty! Until one of our flames is forever extinguished, our friends will never rest! Burn for me!
Although, you know, I think this. I don't know. Okay, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I just
Jesse, take over.
want that bike. And he couldn't do that before. He couldn't just cut it.
Well, well, well.
Obviously, this guy's in it way more than we are, but Cloud, he could have just done it right at the very beginning.
Maybe next time we can keep it just between the two of us.
Maybe.
At least he's a good sport.
Until we meet again, my friend.
Anyway, sorry this is so long, but you know, I guess that's why YouTube has a skip function. So, last thing I want to do is bore you guys. I think the reason oh,
You passed the test.
What test?
yeah, get praised by Jesse. Huh?
Been driving for years.
So you don't need a reward?
No.
Anyway, I think the reason I just love this game so much is because I played the original and I can appreciate it. Sorry if you guys don't feel the same way, but I do hope that you guys enjoyed my my Returnal playthrough.
You can thank me later.
Dude, it's creepy. I love that game. And I'm probably gonna play it again here in just a minute. I was playing Elden Ring today, this morning. Loved the crap out of that.
It's the end of the ride.
All right.
We'll go on foot from here. Don't want to draw too much attention to ourselves.
You know, this is what I wish would be.
Did these things say the
I wish it would be like this with
They got you pretty
Scarlet
good.
Nexus. I've been playing it again. I like obviously more and more, but since I got my PS5, my progress actually reset,
Now let's roll.
and so I actually started the game off playing as the guy rather than the girl, and I'm already loving it way more. It's not as boring, and I think the combat is way better playing the guy than it is the girl. Anyway, maybe I'll upload some more if you guys want to see that stuff. But as for now, sorry this is so long, and I'll just cut it short here. So have a good day, guys.